going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by MFTKFoundation.com. $500, guys. $500 to sponsor a kid for the flag football season. We're going to try to do this. The goal is next year to have 200 kids in the organization, right? Let me make sure I'm doing the math right and I'm not lying to you. Yeah, that's about it. 200 kids, $500 to sponsor the entire thing. We'll have other sponsors, but the more we can do, the more we can prepare these kids for next season.
And you can donate right on the foundation site.
Yep, hit that QR code. Tell us what you're doing. Just like, we love it, man. We got all kinds of just really good testimony. We got this one kid, 15U kid, my guy Hamilton Lacerra, Lincoln High School, with a 3883. Got a couple kids from Lincoln. A tally crew. Balling. Hold on. Tally crew balling. We got some talent, man. The last tournament, we had kids from all over. They see the movement. They see it. You ain't got to believe, but you got to go to church. But that's what we're doing here, man. It is so cool to be able to have a positive impact on the youths of and regardless of what's happening, man. Like, there's a lot of drama involved in the 7-on-7 space and youth football space, and it's a lot of egos and a lot of things that
not the adults,
man, bro. It's just it's wild,
it's
man.
Just the kids and the internet.
I mean, like, yeah, man. I'm gonna speak on it a little bit, but like, one thing that I don't do, and I promise that I'm gonna do in 2026, is brag about who I am a little bit more. I'm humble, man. I'm humble. I just see work that needs to be done. I'm just a guy who sees shit that needs to get done and just tries to act on it. I try to put kids in good position. And then I let the rest of it play out. I do not hold things. I don't hold children accountable for adult situations, and I don't create voids. I try to fill voids. There was a thing that happened recently. Lot of hoopla about it. Unfortunately, a lot of hoopla about it. Didn't need to be what it was. But there's a young man, very talented young man at that. His father got a little upset. This isn't 9-9. This is not any of those things. And he said some very negative things about me on a social media post.
Oof.
Like, it was harsh. Like, it was harsh. Okay, so what happens is, man, I meet a lot of people, and a lot of people like me. They vibe with me, right? Not everybody does. I'm not everybody's cup of tea because I'm coffee. Strong, bold. I'm strong, I'm bold. But I'm for who I'm for, and I'm a great friend, and I'm just I'm a terrible enemy. But I don't go picking fights all the time. I pick and choose my battles. God says things that you can't say to a Florida boy in the post. I happen to know politicians Because of what I do in the community, I know a lot of them. I talked to you guys about Bloods and Crips in here. They actually know me. Just for the record, when President Trump, both of them, Primo, called me both of them, and a hand. Like 4-5 want to come to Jacksonville. 4-5 has people reach out to me to come meet with them. A lot of people don't realize that and I don't talk about my personal relationships very often, but let me tell you guys a story. There was some complications, and this is how far extended my reach goes. My son's mother, amazing woman, Miles' sister, had some issues with her in the military, where she wasn't being able to be promoted as fast as what she should have been promoted because of some different things. This was shit. I've been a man. This is 6 years ago. 6 years ago in May. It'll be 6 years ago. I picked up the phone and I called the mayor of Jacksonville, and it was just like, man, you know, she may need a job because she may not be able to, like, you can only be in certain positions for so long, right? Certain ranks. I'm just telling you guys this so y'all can know, and then maybe y'all can educate the masses. Because when I pick up that, y'all see me on the phone, there's something happening when I'm on that phone, more than likely. And my phone buzzes all through the night. Like, it literally does not stop moving. I sleep heavier now than I used to sleep when I was younger because I live right. I don't need to sleep light anymore. And I'm also worth more dead than I am alive. So I'm okay. My number one, the only thing I've ever wanted to do in life is be a dad. I've accomplished that. And I want to make sure my kids are straight. So if I die, you're just going to make more arrogant fucking millionaires. And they got really good life insurance policies too. So if you fuck them up, their kids are just going to be arrogant millionaires too. So the best thing you could do is keep us alive. It keeps us poorer, actually. But I picked up the phone. I talked to the mayor about trying to get her a job at the city. They said, nah, this isn't right. So he makes some phone calls, and I have I know him as Sheriff Rutherford. He's Representative Rutherford now. He calls me and says, James, how you doing today, buddy? I think he called me like we was friends. And we talked. And I talked to former governor, current Senator Rick Scott. And Marco Rubio also called me because of the different things that he's seen me do in the community. And now she's continuing to be the rock star in which she is in the military. We'll just say that situation got rectified. And the people who are playing their situations, their fortunes changed. My son's godfather, y'all have seen me. I spoke at his when he became the president of the city council of Jacksonville, Florida. I was the MC of that event. Black tie thing, dreads, and Jordans. I had on my Dior ones for that event. He also happens to be over the parks. I have friends in college. Y'all hear me talk about this stuff. And I always talk about the positive. And I never try to attack, because if I attack, I'm not petty, I'm deliberate. So a guy made that scathing comment on a public post. And before I even had an opportunity to react, people reacted for me. And I had to pull it back. And I had a guy who said, just like people love you, they love other people. Like other people love them. And it's just the crazy circumstances, man. Like, like I said, man, I'm not into beef over 7-on-7 or two-hand touch football. I'm into this to make kids better. Like, you know how many college coaches called me about that post?
I guess make your son look better in their eyes.
Right. I'm like, dog, I'm sitting here like, what are we doing, bro? Like, just pick up the phone and call me before you do all that stuff. Like, because again, I'm not a street dude. I'm from the hood. My friends are. I'm like, y'all know, Miles, you know strip club. Strip club Scott saw it. The crazy part is, if I was going to hit you, I can hit you in any kind of way you want me to hit you. Legally, or I wouldn't send black people for you. I'd send biker gangs for you. You know why? Because a guy who's like my son's adopted uncle, my son could go, which is crazy. This is not a brag. This is just the type of people that I hang out with. He's a good person. He just runs strip clubs and beats people up. I don't know that side of him. Like, and so because I know people like that, I don't judge other people like that. And it's like, I grew up like this. I was the guy who made it out of my hood. If you ever want, again, we got to watch these movies. We got so many movies. There's a movie called Class Act. If you ever seen the movie Class Act, I got in so much trouble in middle school in the first part of my high school, but when they found out I was good in football, they told me to stop getting in trouble. The OGs. I became Duncan Penderhughes. I didn't have to fight. The couple fights that I've gotten into since 10th grade, I was forced to fight. There was nobody else there. And I had to make sure my hands were up to date still. But like, you come to me, they gonna come to you. And who would have known I love dark-skinned women too? That movie was so relatable. I didn't even know it was relatable. And I had a high top fade all the way up until my sophomore year of high school. So it's like, again, to quote the Honorable Curtis Jackson, people say I want a problem, and I don't want any problems. But when you say you want a problem, I say no problem. But like the city, like they're like, oh man, they called the city on them, and like, no, I didn't call anybody. The city fucking saw it. The whole city saw it. You paid a post. And to be honest with you, you don't see the things where I'm like, nah, man, that's a good organization. Please don't do that, because I don't have anything for it. But like, yeah, man, it all comes down to a dad really loves his son and wants his son to get the opportunities that he wants. I'm even forgiving in that.
And I don't care about no John Q. Keep your shit over there.
Outside of the fact that man called me, said some very main things about me. Like what was my nigga name? Is it Hannibal Buress, the comedian? I know his name is Hannibal. Oh man, I posted it on. This is really great. Said some very main things about me. But my mama, she taught me to have confidence. And my brothers taught me how to fight. And I'm feeling really good right now. And you a bitch ass nigga. That's how he ended it. But like, it's just like, it's just like, for a regular person that works. But I'm like, I always remind, you're fighting a guy that gives 6,000 book bags and feeds 6,000 people in the city of Jacksonville every year. Like, that's the fight that you chose. And I didn't even have shit to do with it. It's just my organization. They didn't even give me a chance to fix it. Like, didn't even give me shit. Oh, Lord. But we're but we're moving forward with this stuff, man. But like, we had a great weekend, man. We had Hamilton is picking up steam his recruitment. He'll probably be one of the top tight ends in in the class of 2028, I believe. And now I don't think that guy's an internet gangster at all. I don't want to say that. That guy's probably real. Like I really believe like he believes a lot of the stuff that he does. But like it's just cool. But like but we had some kid. I want to read these things, man. We had a young man, Javion Willis, who made a great catch that I put on social media on my Twitter. We had great weekend, great guys getting some updates and some love, man. I'm all for it, man. That's what we're in this for. And my son balled out. So, and that's it. So, yeah. That's about that. That's that's gonna be the MFTK update. But for $500, man, we can change these kids, man. Everybody, and they're still talking about that Battle Miami trip, man. But we're sitting 140 kids, I believe, or maybe it's 106. That's the whole organization is going down to Davenport this weekend. Not this weekend, excuse me. Next weekend to get some work. So, hey, all good. All good. So we're gonna be fine. But yeah, so on that note, let's do this real quick. Let's start off with a word of prayer, and then we'll let Jaden do his thing.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God. Go.
All right, Jaden, what we got?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another morning edition of Big Games B.S. here on Friday, January 30th. This is your first time at the show. Welcome. And if you're wondering why it's called Big Games B.S., it's because we bring the good, the bad, and the BS of the sports world, especially football, to your screens, eyes, and ears. First things first, we have our NCAA segment where we discuss college football, and we have a couple of videos to share with you guys. See what James has to say in response to those videos. Before we get into our NFL segment, have some Jags, a Jaguars post, and then we have some news about coaches and their thoughts on certain players and certain organizations. Also have some infographics as well pertaining to different topics surrounding the NFL before we get into our Big Games BS section, where we bring the scope of the conversation outside of the typical football world. We have our BS or bussin' food review topic within that. If the food looks great, you give it a bussin'. If the food looks trash and you wouldn't eat it, it would be a BS in the chat. But we will prompt you guys to spam in the chat when the time comes. But let's start this off with some Seminole football talk because the Panini, not the Reese's Senior Bowl, occurred this week, and a lot of players showed up and showed out for their schools, especially FSU nose tackle Daryl Jackson. He was seen making a lot of plays in the Senior Bowl, this being one of the more popular plays that's been circulating the internet.
That was forceful. So a couple things. One, I hate when they put these things in the end zone, especially if freshly painted end zone. It's hard to you can slip a lot. Yeah, well, anytime you have fresh paint, it's dew. It's a lot of other stuff. It's cold outside, so like it's going from cold to heat. That being said, that's not at the that's at the East. He's at the East West Shrine Bowl. I thought. Is he at the Panini?
He was at the East West. Then he took the trip because people were playing on his name, and he went to the Senior Bowl. This is from the Senior Bowl.
Wow. You know who made a lot of money at the Senior Bowl? Like, you know where we were at on this day last year, Jada? The Senior Bowl. But
yeah, I was about to say, I think
Josh Farmer made a lot of money at the Senior Bowl last year. But this had nothing to do with the paint. Nothing to do with the paint. Can we slow this down a little bit? This is beautiful. I gotta move the screen. Josh, you gotta slow down. All right. So let's look at this get off. Boom. Right there. Stop. I'm back. Can you go back a little bit? Actually, any of that shit. A little more, like, so he's under his pad level. And then now Josh is under his pad level, but Josh is a giant.
Daryl.
My bad, not Josh. I'm sorry. Josh was last year. Daryl is a giant. He's like 6'6". Now watch what Daryl does with his arms. Push play. Go gadget arms his ass. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with slippery paint. This man is got like he is up in the air. He is fighting for his life. You can't and then he tried to do in the air what linemen are taught to do when they're getting bull rush, which is anchor. But to be able to anchor, both your feet have to be like on the ground. And when in doubt, use brute force and ignorance. And that's what he did. That's a Marines quote. That was brute force and ignorance going down there. And it's that's a good guy. Like, you gotta be pretty decent to be there. But low pad level, explosiveness, long arms are going to win you a lot of one-on-one battles in that drill. What does he do in the game, though? Will he disappear in the game? Those are things. But right now, where you make your money in these all-star games is not in the game itself. It's in these individual reps and stuff like this that's being taken. So Daryl Jackson, with his size and measurables, I remember talking to an NFL scout last year, could potentially see himself being late first round, potentially second round. But he definitely went up about 3 rounds to where he was graded at last year. So he's a very dominant player that took a lot of double and triple teams this past season. And there's a reason why he took those, because you got to be good for people to respect you. Which is also probably part of the reason why you saw Bad Twin play really, really well. Because the attention was on Daryl Jackson in that interior. You just needed more guys to be able to make plays. But this is definitely a good look. And you just, when it's good on good, everybody gonna see it, brother. Everybody gonna see it. Damn, why I got arrested again? But yeah, man. So that was a good.
If you're wondering,
actually, let me put it before we got more Florida State news, or are we still talking Florida State football? Are we going off of football?
No, I just wanted to say we're off of Florida State football, but Daryl Jackson is the only player from FSU representing the squad at the Senior Bowl this year. Last year we had 3 players, AZ, Josh, and Ryan Fitz, aka Tits for Fitz. But this year, Daryl Jackson is the only FSU player there. But
Jared Williams put a good comment in the chat. Bad Twin better rise up after his offseason shenanigans. You want to know the cool thing is we got a track record of this. Josh Farmer was a 3-star, right? Coming out of high school. I think he was a 4-star with ESPN, but he was a 3-star. Josh was like 240 pounds when he came into Florida State too, so he gained a lot of weight. Daryl Jackson also, when he came to Florida State after his third stop, he was at Maryland, then went to Miami, then came to Florida State. And then him and Josh Farmer were making quote unquote plays to be able to try to get more money into out of Florida State. Josh Farmer was a bright spot on the 2-10 team. Josh Farmer earned his money. Daryl Jackson earned his money. So if we're looking at the shenanigans, maybe this shit worked. Again, I always tell people this: don't get personal into a business situation that has nothing to do with you. The game is the game, and I'm telling you guys this. You know, Jada hit me with that when we were talking about the young girls in a relationship and the girl with the seafood boil that look good young girl need to gain some grown women weight though. The thing about the old days is, them was the old days. Watch the NFL, which I happen to have to watch a lot. I cover I'm about to go into free tampering period is about to start. Free agency is about to start. The combine is coming up. A lot of these different things are happening. If you watch the NFL is one of the most enjoyable products, not just because of the games. You can talk about the NFL all year. And you know what's probably about to happen? And to some of y'all, you need to get your heart right. They're going to talk about college all the time. And a lot of the arguments and a lot of the scariness that you're having are what fans had in the 90s. You know what happened? Do you know what happened in the 90s? The NFL introduced free agency. Just like in basketball, when basketball introduced free agency with Larry Bird. Was one of the first guys, but he didn't leave, but they did right by it. It's just it is a part of the game. And you'll either adapt or you will die. And I am, instead of running from it, I'm going to try to be a part of it so that I can be educated, so that I can educate you guys, so that we can learn about some of these kids. And you can still be a fan. Jaguar fans are Jaguar fans regardless of who's at the quarterback. You're not going to have, like, you know, in the 90s, there were guys, man, this guy played 10 years. He was just a great guy for the Packers. What you don't realize is that man was working a double at the steel mill. like while he was trying to play football to entertain you. Then a lot of money got involved. Then it's okay. Like you can enjoy the game.
If you're wondering what tampering looks like during the season, Virginia Tech defensive lineman Kamari Copeland described the situation he actually endured. So, going to share this with you all to get some insight onto how these things actually work.
And I'm going to talk about it. So what made me want to talk about this is I seen Dabo Sweeney, he was in the media talking about his player got tampered with and stuff like that. And I'm basically going to talk about how that happens, what happened for my experience. So basically what tampering is when coaches are people illegally recruit you when they're not supposed to. I always kind of wondered how that happened. I seen some players be like, this school offered me this much. I always wonder how that happened. And I'm basically going to explain. So from my experience, the tampering was pretty much after the fourth game, our coach got fired, so it was a bunch of stuff going on. There was one specific incident that was kind of insane, and I'm going to tell you. So we get to week 8, and there was this one specific school that kept tampering, hit me up coaches and stuff like that. I kind of brushed it aside. You got to think about it. It's I'm still trying to play good in the season. It's just a bunch of stuff going on. So we get to the 8th game. I'm having a pretty good game. We're playing Louisville. I look in the crowd, and I see that the team that's tampering, they're in the crowd watching me play. They're evaluating me, and it looked like a recruiter. He had his hat on and stuff like that, and it was just crazy. I could be tripping, but there's no way a school from that logo, there's no way a fan will wear that logo to a Virginia Tech game and sit right in the front. It's just crazy. And then after the game, 2 days later, I get a text All right, so this was happening like during the season. So this is an example of like tampering. Like this happens to like all the like good players and stuff. Like this happens to everyone. Good afternoon. I have a minimum of this on the table for you. To hop in the portal and stuff like that. So like this is an example of like what tampering would be. I ain't gonna air out no school. I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble or anything really serious. But I just thought it would be like cool to make a video about it. And then you have to think about it. You're trying to play good in the season. I don't know if I'm going to the NFL or not. I got all these agents hitting me up, schools hitting me up, they hit your parents too. It's just it was a lot going on. But yeah, that's how
these new age kids can't have shit. I'm gonna tell you personally. So, as guys been on the sideline, right? If it's at a home game, you know the home sideline is where the team is at. So that's where the only way you'll be able to look in the stands is close to where you're at. And I can almost promise, like, if some of them have so much space between the sideline and the stands that that should be impossible. Now, I've never been to Virginia Tech Stadium. That's one of the stadiums I've never been to. Now, Florida Stadium is pretty close, right? And for you to look into the stands and see a guy like that means you wasn't really focused on the game. When I played, and this is just from personal experience, when I played, the only thing I look for is where's my mama? And that was at warm-ups. Identify where my mom is. Part of it is because when I scored a touchdown, I wanted to look in that direction. But like when the game is going on, there's so much stuff that like for that isolated moment, bro, you were either looking for that person because that person communicated and let you know that they were there, or you're telling a great story. And you said I might be tripping, but you could have been like that. Like that's that Barry Gordy's son made the song Somebody's Watching Me. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And that's kind of what that is. Now, the message that you put, nothing was saved. It was a number. Anybody can send you that. I can send you that right now. But tampering happens. But I got some free game by Big Game to tell you how to avoid all of that from happening. See this thing right here? Put it down.
I think he did a bad job of kind of presenting.
Yeah, he could have probably explained it a little bit better. But it was right. But like
it happened.
And that agents will talk to you all the time. All the time. Like that happened when I was playing. They're going to hit up your family. They're going to hit up everybody that's just like recruiting. You just went through this in recruiting. So, but like, it's cool that I guess you got the loyalty aspect going on. And I'm sure they appreciate it. But I just talked to a kid about the whole and his family about the whole process. Kid Kendrick Outland, going to be a big time D tackle, one of the best D tackles in the state of Florida. Yeah, no, we're not getting him right now. He ain't going to FSU, so we haven't even offered him. Miami offered him, but Florida State hasn't offered him. Not even dummy offer. I'm going to become a Miami fan, dog. I'm really about to become a Miami fan, dog. I put on my Facebook, I'm about to flip, dog. They keep recruiting Mandarin players.
Real.
And then Coach Stroud hit me up and said, hey, what do you think about the kid? I saw that. Like, they're smart. They recruit who they need to recruit. And you know what? You want to know who the kid's a fan of? Florida State, dog.
Oh, this kid. Okay.
This kid is a fan. Bryson's a fan of Florida State. Mike said, well, we got to keep evaluating you and you got to do this. Man, Jason Taylor, a Hall of Famer, came in, didn't talk to anybody, looked at, where's Kendrick? All right, talked to Kendrick for 3 minutes. He's offered. Walked out. But but he'll be tampered with the whole time. And then what we'll do is, hey, what they're going to do holla at Coach James. Holla at Coach James. Holla at Coach James. Holla at Coach James. Find you a person, it's real easy. Find a villain. Find a bad guy.
I didn't realize how annoying it could be if you are trying to focus in football, that you have these agents calling your parents and stuff like that. And I didn't kind of spread some light to me about some stress some college kids have.
No, what happens is your family has to, and this is why what I do. Your family got to know that the money coming, and they got to be able to hold their water and not let shit affect them, and do what Carmen Coleman said when I thought about leaving early. I've been poor for a long time. I'm going to still be poor. I could be poor for a few more months. And allow the kid, and don't put pressure on the kid to get you a house yet. Like, let the kid set himself up first so that he can set you up for down the long run. And again, all you have to do is this. Say no, talk to Coach James, talk to such and such, talk to my agent, talk to this. And find you a girl that's solid. Or you know what? You know what I'm really telling kids now? Just don't find you a girl. No, I'm just talking about college too, bro. Like, just get pussy. Pay for it. I know people don't want to like talk about these things, but like if you gotta have some pussy, pay for it. You're not paying them for the vagina. You're paying them to leave. Like, that's the real thing that women don't understand in the empowerment thing, is that we're not paying you. We're paying you to shut the fuck up and leave. Like, you need your piece. And sometimes you just need a piece of pussy. And that's okay. Like, to help you function. But like, if all you want is money, it's like, but we can set things up to make sure you can make money, because these kids are 1099. You're gonna have to pay the taxes for it anyway. If you make it $500,000, let's make sure we put this into the bank, and we're going to take 50,000 of that. We're going to try to get your tax, break down your tax where you fall on the tax line. Put your mama on payroll. Now that's your mama's job, is to get annoyed. Oh, my bad, Gerard. Those are good girls, man. I apologize. Or train your daughters up to know this. Train your daughters up to know this. And this is Free Game by Big Game. Got one myself, dog. I tell you the truth. I talk to people truthfully, bro. Like, if you're going to be in this game, understand what come with this game. And, you're going to be on the team. And I don't mean like playing, but like, your job is to not stress the money. Like, sometimes you might need to do, are you really smart? Cool. Let's go let's help this dude write this paper. He needs less stress right now. Like, don't be abused, but don't fuck up the bag. Like, my daughter's mother, you know what my daughter's mother is in a Hall of Fame for fucking up the bag. Oh man, if there could be a gold jacket for fucking up the bag, she gets it. Like, you're gonna stress the dude out who has to go hit 300-pound crazy motherfuckers. Let's not do that. Let's just sit here and be okay and do what's necessary, like, without compromising your morals or your sanctity. A lot of these guys are good kids. You know who's not a player? I don't think Bryson's a player. I don't think he ever will be. I think he cares too much about football.
It's like, just take a regular person.
No, you can't. Because we have standards. I know what God gave me. God wants me. I deserve somebody who makes. Again, Kevin Samuels, while you might not like his delivery, if you watch everything, he's actually harsher to men than he is to women. But like, if you have, like, with football, like, you're recruiting the top 5% of available bachelors, or available people, not even bachelors. Entertainers and athletes are the bad bitches of the males.
Right.
Just like everybody probably does want you, but everybody wants them too. And they just don't. But anyway, I'm not getting into it all. I'm just, all I'm saying is that, you know, maybe we just should just, you know, vibe a little bit. Hold on. Man, hold on. Damn it. Kobe just, speaking of Rick Scott, I just got an email from Rick. But all that being said is like the money is the money, man. And don't get involved in that too much. But the drama and all of this other stuff that comes with it, go play pickleball. Like, but again, it's Yay 06. I want to put this out here, guys. There are thousands of kids in the portal that did not want to get into the portal. All them kids in the portal aren't in the portal because they had discrepancies and they didn't want to compete. I will say this until my dying days. I found that the transfer portal was here before NIL. And I found out about the transfer portal. And I found out about the transfer portal and by college coaches. I know this. There are guys that I remember being here on a Saturday. We had exit meetings on a Saturday. And they were gone. And I never saw them again. Never saw them again. But if I do know this, if somebody offered me $2 million to go play somewhere, I'm taking $2 million. I ain't never seen $2 million before. You offer me, but I also want to know, it's also about what the end goal is. $2 million is a lot of money. Like, but most of these kids ain't getting that. Most of it is about 300, which is still good money, like real good money. Like shit, 300 is a lot. Most of these guys are getting bread from that is good money, but it's not life-changing money. But if the goal is to get to the NFL, and I know I'm a first-round draft pick, you got to pay me exponentially more money to get me to move. And that's kind of really where it comes down to, all of that stuff. Like, I just think a lot we get sensationalized by the people, by the few, because that's what clicks. But for the most part, but yeah, so but it's okay. It's money out there. I just happen to be around the guys, some of the kids who actually are making it. But it's cast that's not making anywhere near that. Some kids that really just go for their scholarship. And it's still a thing, and it's very honorable. But then when they ball out, they're gonna get picked up. They glowed up. Isn't that what the people calling it? Glowing up? The glow up? Jaden? You're on mute, buddy.
Oh, I didn't know if you were done talking or not.
Yeah,
my bad. So Playmaker made a video about the transfer portal, since we're talking about it now. So let's see what Playmaker had to say about the portal.
Bouncing around from school to fucking school is not being the cocoon of life. I'm just going, how we go to naked? How we go naked? How we go? Coaches can do it. Coaches can do it. Why not? Coaches, they're coaches. But as a kid, I got to teach your ass how to fight, because you want to have to fight for your damn family. You have to fight on your job. So why are you going over here? Things don't work, I'm leaving. Over things don't work, I'm leaving. Oh, he left, I'm leaving. I'm losing the essence of the cocoon that I'm supposed to be teaching them how to go from a kid to a man, because I'm trying to make them chase a man. I'm trying to make them chase a man. We got kids growing up saying everybody get a trophy now. That took fight out of them. Now, when I started, I was a third string receiver. I had to fight and earn my way to first string. Now we saying if you third string, just leave. That takes a fight out of them. Then they got to go out here and fight for their families. Their family's fucking doomed.
He's a great performer, but this man drinking his own cool.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Gosh, his prayers at Thanksgiving must go so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a bunch.
It was. It's not like, I mean, it's old heads again. There's a Jay-Z bar for everything in life. Old heads, stop acting brand new. Like Tupac can't have a nose ring too. We all say the young guys are doing this and the young guys are doing that. Um, 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 but but yeah, like he oh shit, whoa. Oh, we got a good pickup. For the 707 team. But what I want to say is this, just gotta you have to adapt and look at things different. Remember rap when rap first came out, everybody like and even rock and roll was the devil's music. Now it's just in 10 years, all of this stuff will be normal. Like they don't I don't like we got a kid that from Miami went to St. Thomas Aquinas. I can't think of his name, but he went to Florida State, transferred to Florida State, went to Oregon State, made 5 tackles, and now he's going to Miami. Daryl Jackson was at Miami, then he came to Florida State. There's guys that were at Florida that went to Florida State. There's like the way we view rivalries and the way we view things are different. And again, this is coming from people like Playmaker was lucky enough to be good enough to be able to stay in the same place.
Right. That's
like stay at Miami. He stayed at the Cowboys because he was good enough. He was a Hall of Famer. You don't let go of Hall of Famers. But right now, again, as I always say, people are judging kids for doing the same thing that they're doing. Most of us, I've never had a job, so I'm consistently been unemployed my entire life. I've only played sport, been around sports. A lot of you are probably on your 3rd or 4th job. Like you haven't been at the same place for you haven't been at the same place for 4 years. I have no intention of being at the same place for 4 years. A lot of you guys will make a career change for $10,000 annually, not $10,000 right now. Like $10,000 annually after taxes is what? Shit, 10. Even if I'll just go in roughly, let's just round it up to 12,000. That's $1,000 a month, of which you'll probably get $700 to $800 of that. Like you'll make a life-changing decision. People will change cities, switch cities for that. So like for people to like say these things is wild. Plaz ended up going to Auburn. But like if somebody the better question is if somebody came to you right now and offered you double your salary,
right,
would you leave?
Right.
I'm serious, like dead serious. Answer in the comments. If I came to you right now and said, and there's no guarantee for next year, but if you keep performing, I'll give you more money. But if somebody said, I'll give you double your salary right now, would you leave your job?
My boss would make me.
Now, you ain't going to give me that in my DMs. I need something to make it real. Because anybody can text you that. But I do know this. I would never tell a kid to leave the portal until they left the portal, until it's real.
Fans have to confront the fact that bowl game rivalries aren't going to feel the same, not because of the kids, capital, how it's going to go. Yeah, you're going to miss some of the nostalgia and some of the things. You're going to replace it with new things and new pomp and circumstances. But you have to accept that this is the way the money is going.
That's just the way it is, man. Like you can't preach that what makes America exceptional is capitalism and then get mad at people for participating in capitalism. And what's funny is that your job doesn't even like you. You can quit. They'll fire. The funniest thing about jobs is they'll fire you and it's effective immediately. But if you leave, it's customary to give 2 weeks notice.
They don't even need cars in Florida. Trust me,
Nope, no call state. Like, it's a right to work state too, but even then you still have to prove if you sign a non-compete, you still might have to go through some things. It's very, very one-sided toward business.
Yeah.
But I've been on both ends of it before, but like, again, NIL doesn't bother me because I like NIL. So, but anyways, on to the next.
Now we're at our NFL portion of the show. Just wanted to give all my Jags fans some insight on the coaching staff of the Jaguars in terms of their age, because the Jaguars have some young guns at the helm of their organization. The Jags currently have the youngest core four for GM slash coaching average for GMs and coaching, averaging 37.3 years old. Our general manager Gladstone is the youngest. Our head coach is the sixth youngest. OC, with being 30 years old, is the second youngest. And our DC is the 10th youngest. So, if all things being considered a constant, it looks like Jaguars have some guys who are going to be in here for a long while, since they have a core four average age of 37.3. Shout out to Wonder Boy James Gladstone as well. But just wanted to share this with you guys, just to give you guys some insight for all my Jags fans out there. And we do have some coaching news coming from the Cleveland Browns. So the Browns are hiring former Ravens OC Todd Monken as their next head coach. And with this, there has been some trouble within the Cleveland Browns organization. Well, some ongoing trouble, since that organization has been pretty down bad for quite some time now. So the relationships between the Browns and DC Jim Schwartz will, quote, need significant repairing, unquote, after he was passed over for the head coaching job, sources tell Jordan Schultz. Schwartz is currently under contract, but he was anticipating getting the head coaching job. So now we got some news saying that when informed that Monken was getting the job, Schwartz said goodbye to a few people and angrily told others he was, quote, done with the Browns. Several players, including Myles Garrett, have a strong affinity for the DC. Schwartz is under contract with the Browns, however, so he can't just leave. But as one source put it, if it has to get ugly, Schwartz is someone who will be perfectly fine making it ugly. Is this a temper tantrum from Schwartz, James, since he did not get that head coaching job? Or is he right? Can you see his point of view in this situation? Is it validated?
He has a point, but it's still a temper tantrum. Two things can be true at the same time.
I understand the frustration.
Yeah.
Being alone. Knowing in every
Yeah. Yeah, like just again, I think sometimes in this situation, nobody wants to hear you bitch. Yeah, man.
We have some more coaching news coming from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the Eagles are hiring Packers QB coach Sean Mannion as their new OC. So he is a former quarterback as well, and the Eagles decided to pull the trigger on this hire for their new OC. So I don't necessarily agree with the picture right here, but with the caption, since 2016, Jalen Hurts has never had the same OC for longer than 2 seasons. Next season will be his 10th different OC since that mark. But the Eagles are going with a young OC in Sean Mannion. He was a quarterback and he was the quarterback's coach at the Packers. So Eagles are looking to fix some of their offensive struggles, especially in terms of the passing game this upcoming season. So, James, did you get any wind of this hire by the Eagles? And do you have any thoughts on this, or are you just looking to see the pen meet the paper or the plays to be
Take
made?
that the QR code off of that, Miles. Nah, I don't think anything like that. Like, how old is this guy again?
He's 33.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's 33 in the 80s.
Whoa.
Like that, you know how everybody looked older in the 80s, man.
Looks like like someone
Like
my dad would
I
hang
would
with.
say, like, sir,
Yeah.
like,
Gosh.
like,
Oh my gosh. Yo, coaching jobs in the NFL rapid.
but you got our guy Gladstone looks like he can play for my 12U football team.
That's true, but he's new.
Like 33? That man's got grandkids. He has a strong chin though.
Yeah,
This is sturdy, trustworthy. I bet his handshake is amazing. But I'm Jaden, outside of being able to joking about what this guy looks like, I'm not gonna hold you. Very few assistant coaches I know who the fuck they are. So I'm assuming this is good hire for them. Side note, can we Miles got ESPN First Take going on in the background, and I forgot this. I know she's African, I believe, but man, that chocolate woman got the red lipstick going on. Man, God bless. I don't know what I think she was a hooper, but she I'm sure she knows exactly what I would get Steve. You know what? This guy's hairline looks like Stephen A. Smith's. And Steve is getting egregious at this point.
Yeah, they don't work that man to death.
Like, no, I'm saying, look at it. Like, there is no. It's legitimately at the back of his head now. Like, his barber is that's what I'm saying, bro. She got the Viva the Revolutionary cap on, and the red lips and the hoops. Oh man, I can't even say my comment because I don't want to be disrespectful. But they say the bigger the hoop, never mind. But she's looking good, man. She's good. That's a good looking woman, man. Now, you gotta appreciate art. I don't know who the guy in the middle is, but he needs to get the fuck off of it. He is messing up the entire vibe. I can't remember his name. I know who it is. Okay. I just can't remember his name right now.
Woj or Sean. One of those guys. I get him. One of the informers. Woj or Sean.
I don't know what Stephen A. Smith is saying. He's speaking stupid right now.
I mean, the questions are so generic.
I just don't know. Anyways, my bad. Fuck this guy. And the Eagles, because my guy, even though my grandmother likes him, but she's gone now. And they got rid of my homie. Well, they didn't get rid of him. He's at Florida, but fuck him at Florida, even though I still want him to be successful. I just don't want Florida to be successful.
The Bills' new head coach, a.k.a. their previous OC, Joe Brady, said this about former FSU wide receiver Keon Coleman. We know that Keon Coleman had a noticeable amount of healthy scratches this year, but Joe Brady had to say this, quote, "The best thing that happened to Keon Coleman was me being his head coach." Now, it looks like Brady is showing Keon Coleman a lot of love. He has not given up on Keon Coleman despite the recent situations this season. So it looks like Joe Brady, James, is putting his trust, his faith in Keon Coleman. We know that Brady was one of the more vocal members of the Bills organizations that wanted to draft Keon as well. So it looks like Keon has the trust of his new coach, but will he still not have the trust of the GM, the owner? How do you think it's going to trickle out for Keon with this support from this head coach?
Well, I think he got like Joe is he is lining up his career with Keon. Truth though, Keon's stat. Can we pull up Keon's stat line? Because I don't believe his stats back up the headache. But sometimes there are things that are not in the stat sheet that show up where it matters in the W's. As I was speaking with the Bills fans, they like to advanced analytics say that but we're not gonna go with advanced analytics. We're just gonna go with what Keon did. Okay, 404 yards, a Stephen Diggs type year. But he has just as many touchdowns as Stephen Diggs. I thought he was a healthy scratch in more games than this. Oh yeah, like look at the month of December, right? We see that he didn't play a couple weeks. You know what was and then he was a healthy scratch for the game, which they won. But like he didn't play in some of these games. You know what happened? They lost. And then you know what happened when they immediately brought him back? They won. Joe Brady probably just couldn't get him into the fold of everything. But like his impact comes from, I don't know. He scored 5 touchdowns. He scored 5 touchdowns. But he just won in the postseason. They don't count that regular season. But like Keon is just a guy who kind of marches to the beat of his own drum. And it's interesting with all of this because the young man is a good young man. And you already knew he was essential. We saw the funniest thing about the GM, maybe not the owner, because the owner's a dick. And that's okay. He's a billionaire. People expect billionaires now to be eccentric, and we don't want to know who they are. Billionaires, somebody's an asshole to a billionaire. I mean, a billionaire is an asshole to somebody, excuse me. You didn't become a billionaire by giving a fuck about people's feelings. But the GM and all of them were in that same room that they leaked out the footage about how Keon said most of the stuff he learned was at Michigan State, where he said that he had them engaged. He's an engaging person. He's fun. We saw the press conference where he came and he talked about getting coats from Macy's, where he asked if he could take the sugar cookies home. That's why I keep saying, like, some of these things that he does makes me wonder, like, did I shoot up somebody's club in Louisiana? Like, yeah, man, like I'm sitting here like, damn, man, I know what I joke about, but is he my bastard son? I don't know. But he's not a bad kid. He ain't the worst. He's a second-year player that plays in the fucking cold. Like, it is Joe Brady who orchestrated the offense, who is now the head man, has come out and said that means he's willing to put his stamp on it and his career on this kid. Most of the times that comes with quarterbacks. But we already know what Josh Allen is, and Josh Allen is one of the better quarterbacks. So you don't have to say that about the quarterback. But you're saying that about his play, and you have to learn what people do. One of the things that I think I have a unique ability to do is understand what people's strengths and weaknesses are and try to accentuate the positives in which they could do so that they can have success. I watch kids move. I watch people move. I do these things. I do it with my running backs. If I got a home run threat at running back that can't see the hole, I got to try to put them in positions to where the hole is going to be there. Like, it's a lot of things to go. Like, we used to call Leonard Fournette wrong hole Lenny. Jeez. Wherever Lenny wanted to put the ball, that's the hole it was going through. You just have to hope that the hole is there. But it's gonna be there. But when he actually hits the right hole, it's a home run. And that's kind of what, but with Keon's not like, and I learned this from Peter Ward. Peter Ward said his career in the NFL would have been a lot longer if he was in today's game, because somebody would have drafted him and allowed him to do what they felt he was good at. The problem is they drafted him as a number one wide receiver, and at that time they wanted them to run 9 routes post, a lot of routes that required more linear speed. And Pete was more sudden and quick than he was fast. If you let him run hitches, slants, and he was able to catch tough balls across the middle of the field, if you would have allowed him to do that, he probably would have had a more prosperous career. If you allow Keon Coleman, we saw it. Remember, we talked about this at the combine. The man ran with a fucking 4.7 or a 4.6. But at the same time, when you put him in situations where he was just running, he ran at a higher mile per hour than he did when he fucking ran a 40. And he's got incredible body control. It's when we shout out the community. We talked about the community in there. The boy was straight. Other wide receivers was what's the gay rapper with the beard, the transmission, that said that they were gonna beat up the DJ and sodomize him. I can't even think of that rapper's name. But anyways, my point in all of this shit is that relax, man. But if he wants to lose his job because of Keon and Keon can't do nothing, God bless. It's called not for long for a reason. That's what the NFL stands for. Saucy Santana, a.k.a. Stephen Diggs. Mr. Beat you up, but like, I think Keon is a good guy, credible catch radius, tough catch getter. You need guys like him, especially in the environment in which they play, which is frigid. So, like,
these are your 2025 regular season totals for home attendance throughout the NFL. No surprise, America's team is number one with 743,934 attendees. Denver coming in number 2, Kansas City and number 3. No surprise, New York, and both New York teams are in the top 5. Buffalo in the top 6. Houston, Baltimore, Green Bay, and the Chargers round out your top 10. But take a look at the Jags. We are 18th on this list and bouncing around. Let's take a look at the last team on this list, the Chicago Bears. I know next season that their position in home attendance will definitely change with their playoff success. But this list right here is the 2025 regular season totals for home attendance. Any surprising placements, James, you see on this list that you that caught your eye? Excuse me.
Damn, that's all the totals?
This is for home games.
No, I'm just saying, like, I thought the Jags was be a little bit better than that. Dallas makes sense. Denver case, damn. This goes back to, going back to my college football point. Like, Denver Broncos fans are Denver Broncos fans. Cowboys fans are Cowboys. Cowboys have a full immersive experience. Kansas City fans been to a game. Every game will be sold out regardless. Jets haven't been good in a decade. And even then, it was just a blip. They're going to sell out. Same thing with the Giants. Buffalo, they had 10 games in 10 feet of snow this year. Still sold out. Houston has a great overall game day experience as well. Been to Baltimore. Like, if you look at some of these places, they're just excited to be able to have games. Now, Jacksonville does come into the problem that the fan base is very college football. Like, if you're winning, they'll come. But like Florida, they're going to a Florida State, Florida, or a Georgia game before they go to a Jags game. Very few people can afford to do both in the same weekend. But when the Jags are winning, the game is sold out. I believe next year, if they do what they did this year, they will be higher on this list. But like, it just goes to show you that you can enjoy your team regardless of free agency and whatever's happening. Buy the goddamn tickets. But that's interesting. But that also goes to show you that the NFL is doing well. I thought y'all were boycotting this shit. Clearly nobody's boycotting it. The Jags aren't in Orlando next year. What next? Like 27, they're in Orlando. 26, they're still in Jacksonville.
Speaking of stadiums, for all my NFL fans, this is the stadium timeline from now until 2031. So in 2026, Highmark Stadium for the Bills is set to open. 2027, Titan Stadium. 2028, the estimated $1.4 billion renovation would be set to be completed for the Jags. 2029, the Browns and the Bears don't have a set date for their new stadium. Chiefs 2031, also the AFC West opponent, the Broncos in 2031, and then the Commanders in 2030 for
Why
their.
did they put 2031 in front of 20? This is lazy. This is somebody forgot and they
No,
just
they
added something at the end.
if you follow the arrows, it goes from they just.
Oh, that's a weird way to. Okay, now I see. That's a weird way to do it when we're taught to read left to right. But you're right, Jaden. Thank you for correcting me following the arrows.
All good, all good. But the Bears Stadium still deciding on options in Arlington Heights in Indiana. So hopefully the Bears can figure out where their location will be so they can actually give a finalized date, an estimated completion date for their stadium. But for all my fans of these respective teams, this is when your stadium should be completed. We have
But I don't
some.
think the Jags will play until 2029, though, right? I think it'll be done in 28, but they won't play until 29, I thought. Oh no, it's set for the 28 season, so they'll only be gone for okay. Huh.
We have some confusing and controversial news regarding the Bill Belichick first ballot Hall of Fame snub. First, according to Adam Schefter, the Pro Football Hall of Fame released a statement today that it could remove voters who violated bylaws. So this statement was made on Wednesday, and this is the statement on media reporters related to the Hall of Fame's class of 2026. I'll just read the meat and potatoes of it all. So each year, the Hall reviews the selection process and the composition of the 50-person selection committee. If it is determined that any members violated the selection process bylaws, they understand action will be taken. That could include the possibility that such selectors would not remain a member of the committee moving forward. The selection of a new class is the most important duty the Hall of Fame oversees each year, and the integrity of that process cannot be in question. This post was made after the report that Bill Polian wanted Bill Belichick to serve some sort of penalty for the Spygate and the Deflategate situations. But this situation got a little bit more trickier, according to Yahoo Sports, because Bill Polian actually released a statement saying, "I never said that I believe Coach Belichick should wait a year for enshrinement." A lot of the popular media outlets and figureheads on X were saying this statement. This has been confirmed by the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I believe Coach Belichick to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And this is the part that gets tricky. He said his vote confirms that.
So did somebody speak for Bill or did he talk?
I guess that's the confusing part because we talked about the post, and I think it was Ari Merov who broke it, but they said that an anonymous source did those things and spoke on his behalf, I guess, in this situation, if you will. But just a weird situation with Polian and the report of that situation in terms of Belichick. I just think they're trying to piece together all of the information to make it make sense because it doesn't make any sense.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. This is what happens when you talk too much. Don't remember what you said. I mean, you know, say what you feel and say what you feel and say it with your chest. You're rich. Like, you don't have no reason to be afraid. If you think he shouldn't have been the first ballot Hall of Fame, then he shouldn't be a first ballot because you think he cheated. I think you're wrong, but like that's the problem, man. People be afraid to be wrong, man. Shit, nigga, you wrong, you wrong. That's it. No more to it.
This, according to Fox News, said Polian initially said that he cast a vote in favor of the North Carolina coach before saying he could not, with 100% certainty, remember whether he did. So it's like it's just certain. Like, did you cast it or not? It's like I casted a vote, but I can't say with 100% certainty.
That's a lot of word salad, man, to say I got caught.
Yeah.
I ain't even giving them no dementia, man. They ain't no old shit. You know what you. Why when people get dementia, they get mean? They don't ever forget to not. They don't forget they forget the nice shit.
Like a KKK person.
They don't forget like they were racist
and then loves black people.
Yeah, like that's when I would believe it more. Like if like my granddad said he would never like that, and all of a sudden he got a best black friend. Like Bill Polian don't like you suddenly like you didn't forget that you didn't like that you didn't like the Chiefs. Not Chiefs, what's my people name? Patriots, yeah.
I like the theory or the conspiracy that Robert Kraft might have had something to do with it, and now it's backfiring on him because it's really just making him more famous. Like, how can you be more famous than being enshrined in the Hall of Fame? Being the one person that's universally known as the one person who actually got snubbed, to the point that the Hall of Fame is coming out and saying we might have to take away some people's votes. I mean, that might almost be just as memorable.
I mean, yeah, now is even more like now is like he's not even gonna come.
So we got a sneak peek of the jersey combos for the Super Bowl. So Seattle is going to be in that navy jersey while the Patriots are rocking the white jerseys.
Who is the kid they got in that model? Who's the skinny guy? Is that the kicker?
That's Drake May.
Really? Why is he so little?
I don't know.
That doesn't look like his body at all.
But they actually, in these jerseys, have the USA 250-year anniversary patch, the Super Bowl LX patch, and the Seahawks actually have their own patch as well for the 50th year anniversary, of their franchise. But DraftKings Sportsbook put these interesting statistics about these jerseys. Seahawks are 0-2 in navy jerseys in the Super Bowl, but this season they're 6-0 in navy jerseys, navy pants. The Patriots are 4-2 in the white jerseys in the Super Bowl, but this season they were 5-0 with the white jerseys, white pants combo. Just a little fun facts for you. But these are the Super Bowl LX uniform combos that you will be seeing on your television screens if you're tuning in on Sunday, February 8th for Super Bowl LX, aka Super Bowl 60.
I think that makes 150.
It goes back to when everybody, like people in the comments who get it, people, one of the biggest things from Freddie's podcast was my Drew Brees story. And like, y'all don't realize, man, these people don't be looking, they be looking normal, man. That looks like a guy. If you told me he was just like I don't know, like a middle management corporate white guy, like
it makes almost 2.
You know what makes Pat McAfee so dynamic and so good is that he's completely spits in the face of my kickers aren't people. He doesn't look like a kicker. He looks like he played football. Like he looks like a football player.
Yeah, he does. I get it.
No, we are at our BS or bussin' food review topic in our Big Games BS section for today. And we have an interesting one coming from the Falcons organization, because the Falcons executive chef, Matt Cooper, revealed what the team served new head coach Kevin Stefanski in his welcome to Atlanta meal. There is a lot of items that we're going to be looking at in this video, but we're going to see if this food spread for the new head coach is BS or bussin'. So let's take a look at this video, courtesy of the Falcons executive chef.
Nice lunch today. Welcome to Atlanta, kind of southern rustic vibe. So we have a couple salads here. Chilled heirloom salad, the baby romaine and radicchio Caesar salad, some chicken sliders, hand breaded. We got the Mercedes-Benz logo in the bun. Nice little touch. Then we have some double burgers with the Trinity pepper relish.
One of those.
Coming down the line, we have some tomato bisque with grilled cheese, and then our shaved roast beef baguettes. Some nice lobster rolls. And you can't forget about the Dirty Bird Dust wings. So we got little trash cans of Dirty Bird Dust wings, and then right below, some crispy beet chips, shave them nice and thin, fry them, a little sea salt. Then we have a garlic creme fraiche.
You say crispy beef chips?
Fries in duck fat.
Fried jerky.
Duck fat fries with a sriracha ketchup, pretzels, and some Dijon mustard, and then chicken tenders, hand breaded. And let's go over to the dessert side. Check out the desserts. So we have a chocolate football. This is probably my favorite. Something we're going to do this year in sweets. So showing it for today's lunch. Some chocolate bark in the back, some chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered pretzels, then just a few other dessert items, some chocolate ice cookies, lemon blueberry cookies.
Ew.
And
those cookies look dry. All right, so all busting, right? Most of that. I'm not eating those cookies. And I don't like creme brulee. I like custard. I just don't want it fried. I don't want it like, you ain't got a flame broil it. Like, that's just, I don't like the caramelized top. No, this is the sweets.
Oh, okay.
And so like I guess you're gonna put this here, but now we didn't talk about it, but Matty Ice came in when somebody said, "Welcome to Atlanta, coach," and he was like, "I feel like we should say where the players play." And there was no lemon pepper anything. There was no soul food. Yo, Bert, wow for that. I didn't see anything uniquely Atlanta in there. There was no peach cobbler. Like, there was nothing. By the way, speaking of that, has anybody ever been to Lickin'? DJ Khaled, I now know why he cannot lose weight. He has a restaurant called Lickin'. That shit is fire. I went to it in Orlando. Oh my God. I might have eaten some of the best collard greens I've ever had in my life at a fucking restaurant. The mac and cheese was fire. You know what sucked? The only thing they didn't have good at Lickin', I don't know why. The chicken wings, it was just fried chicken wings. Fried chicken wings were great. Their fries were terrible. But that's okay. I shouldn't have ordered the fries anyway. I blame me. The yams were good. Everything was good. They had this mystery drink. No, I know what it is. It's just a bunch of Kool-Aids mixed together. It was diabetes in a cup. Yeah. It was amazing. My A1C ain't been right since. But it was amazing. It was delicious.
This was in Miami?
We were in Orlando. He has it in Miami, but it was in Orlando. Like Kobe was like, we got to go to Lickety. He was mad they didn't have lamb chops, but they have like lobster. They have like all kinds of ghetto fabulous shit.
Super expensive, mid-price.
Mid-price.
Nice.
Mid-price. I mean, I ordered a lot of shit. No, it's no more expensive than Soul Food Bistro.
Okay, bet.
Good portions. Like, I wish I was going to Davenport with the team next week. I would go. I'd drive. I'd be willing to drive there. It's a little bit further than Kissimmee, but like I'm cool with driving. Like it was delicious, but like that was good. I just want some, like for example, if we get a new coach to the Jags, right? I'm just saying hypothetically speaking. Or if we bring in we don't have a number one pick, but if we brought somebody in and we wanted to give him a welcome to Jacksonville thing, right?
We take him.
If we don't put a crab tray, if there's no snow crab and shrimp and sausage and potatoes and believe it or not, bear with me, people, Brussels sprouts or cabbage, garlic. There's nothing in there that we're not really giving them the Jacksonville treatment. It's what we're known for. Sorry. Busting ass garlic trays. But I'm trying to think what else is Jacksonville just known for.
I wouldn't say soul food, but
I mean, soul food there's places that are really good. I had some shrimp and grits downtown Jacksonville the other day, baby. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes.
Black and Miles.
You said Black and Milds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Reggie.
Honestly, coming from the north, when I first came to Jacksonville, I was like, I didn't know places had so much fast food. There's fast food on top of fast food and a lot of Indian food.
I went to an Indian restaurant last week.
Not for me, Clark.
It was good. The problem with it is when I opened my car door, I could smell the curry.
Yes.
Outside of the restaurant. That's just entirely too much curry. That's why I didn't go to the world. I stopped going to the World of Nations Publix. It smelled like curry when I was going, when I was just going to Publix, man. I just don't, my nostrils are salted.
Boston had those apartments where everybody shares this hallway smells.
Yeah, like, man, why? Like, it's just entirely too much. There's no reason you put that much curry in anything.
I like their like dry breakfast type stuff. Anything with too much sauce, I can't. As far as damn, you know what? I just thought about it. I wasted that fucking food. I had some curry. Can't even eat it no more. I never did.
Shit. But yeah, that Publix. If you come to Florida, they got to give you some of Publix.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good one. That should be number one on the list.
Publix sweets lemonade, and sweet tea. Mix them together. It's perfect. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I just really got it ain't the greatest fried chicken in the world, but it's so consistent and it's good. Like it hits the spot every time. I've never had a bad Publix fried chicken piece.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think back when the last time because I stopped going places when I have a bad experience there. It could be one time. And I just like, nope, you messed it up. Like I just don't want to go back to you anymore.
Publix was a great shout. If we had a top 5, Publix.
Like Publix, like they try to hit the lady with the racism stuff, the person who owns Publix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I just don't care.
Yeah, I
don't. She could have owned my family in slavery. Like I'm talking about the Watkins, the Adams, the Colemans. I don't even know what other names came. Like I don't know my father's mother's maiden name. Could have owned all of the motherfuckers. I'm not giving up Publix. Like it's just not gonna be able to do it. They've been too good to me.
You think I would go to Aldi's? What?
Right. You know, you feel me?
Pay for my bag.
I came up too far. Aldi's is when they told me Aldi's is nothing but Harvey's cleaned up. Now I was like, nope, Harvey's was where the poor people went.
I'm just joking. I still go to Aldi's.
I've come up too far. I don't even know what Aldi, the inside of Aldi is. Aldi the one with the no name brand foods?
Kinda. It's cheap. It looks like it looks like a neighborhood Walmart on the inside. There's stuff still in the cardboard and stuff, and they don't give you a bag when you leave, and everybody's rude. That was my experience at all.
Oh, it is Harvey's. That's wow. It is Harvey's. They just slapped the name on it. That's dope.
I was sitting here, the lady put my stuff in the cart. I tried to walk out with the cart, and then she talked to me like I'm stupid. I'm like, okay, I don't know the rules here, lady, but you're misleading.
This sounds like an adventure for like some great content. Like somebody's first time going to Aldi's.
They're gonna put your shit in a cart and then gonna say, don't touch that cart. Take your shit out individually. Stay at public.
But yeah, man, we got some good content coming out. I do have a trailer, and we'll have some things for about what it's like to start a 7-on-7 from scratch and doing different things. Next week, the Super Bowl should be crazy. Numbers, doing all kinds of different stuff, man. Me and Jaden will have adventures. Jaden, when you get there?
I'm gonna be getting there Monday at like 11 a.m.
I'll bet. So just go straight. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to the most skiing center, whatever it is. That's where the hotel is anyway in that area.
On Radio Row.
Yeah, doing Radio Row. Go get the credentials. Hopefully we'll be there in enough time to be able to get not the taste, but it's like you can eat it. Like you didn't get a chance to do it last year, but they have a thing where you can eat the sweet. No, we'll get that. We doing that shit. That shit's getting done. That's my last event on Saturday. Before I fly out. I may not even go to any of the Saturday night parties. We didn't go to no parties on that Saturday. We were just wandering Bourbon Street last year, right?
At night?
Yeah, on Saturday.
I mean, we had the Lee Steinberg event, and then we went on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, but I'm saying like we had Lee Steinberger, and then we had did we do all the gifting suites that day?
Oh no, we did the because the Jordan party was on Friday, so we went back to the Jordan house, I think, on Saturday.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Saturday was just our last day there, so I don't know what's going on, but we got some things set up. We're going to the starter Averex VIP party on Thursday. I was so excited. I don't know what we're getting. I cannot wait.
Averex, like the coat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So Starter. So what happened with Starter? Why they left the market is Nike. Starter used to own all the rights. That's how Nike got the rights to everybody, and then Starter sold it to Nike, and an investment firm paid twice, paid double to get it back, and then now Starter's about to make a comeback, and like.
So many people are gonna get robbed again.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that was what a time to be alive. With Starter and Jordans were coming in the market.
Oh my God.
Like, man, I had a Starter Miami Hurricanes jacket that was fucking fire. I want the Bobby Bowden, but like, so Starter's like doing something with the NFL, and like they're doing pop-up shops, so we should be able to get some free gear with that. I do know the Lee Steinberger thing. We do have the thing where we go follow Sheena, whatever, and do all that shit where we get the other shit.
Nice.
I forgot the name of that one, but that's just a VIP luxury gifting suites. We will do that. Man, what else we got? It's gonna be it should be another good trip. Monday, but they do have a thing where you go to the suites and you eat the food that's there in the suites. I missed Vegas because I flew in on Monday. And I didn't know, and then I missed last year one. The line they sold out like or whatever. It didn't even make sense. We had VIP. I mean, we our RSVP, but then it just didn't make it. So, it should be a good time. I think the party is in the San Jose Convention Center, the pep rally. But Jaden will have floor access to the pep rally with the little camera thingy. And we should be having a great time, man. Should be tons of stuff that we put up there. And I'm going to be decked out in battle gear and some MFTK stuff that I got coming. We should have some special. We should have the MFTK store. I am trying to. I got like 100 MFTK caps. Different colors, different things. Primo, I still got you. But if you want one, just hit me up. Plus shipping, and then I got some MFTK merch that we have. I'm just trying to clear out this stuff out of my garage as we have new things coming in. So, we got any OG Wildin segments?
No, that's all I had for today. Any last words to bring in the weekend for these fans?
No.
Monica McNutt with the red lip. Monica McNutt.
She played basketball at Georgetown for 4 years.
What a name.
I know.
What
I try not to get too childish.
What a name. She's got her Betty Boop lips right now. Look, Miles. Oh my God. Oh my God.
She did that on
She did that. She knows what she's doing. Just good stuff, my sister. We are fans. We appreciate you and your basketball knowledge and all of that jazz and being up there and having to deal with that gremlin looking white man and Stephen A. Smith and his I don't even know what you call it. Is that actually, wow, I'm looking at it and Stephen A. Smith's hairline looks like the upside down U. Like it looks like when people do this.
He's disrespecting.
Disrespecting Miami with his haircut. That's wild, bro. Like, amazingly, he's losing eyebrows too. Like he doesn't. He's got his eyebrows are thinning as well. So, I just know I'm getting there. Oh, she got the low. Oh, I just realized she got the low boy. She gotta have the size. The sides are faded.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
She glasses are fire. Damn,
those glasses are fire, man. She doing the thing, man. Look good. She looks good, man. To quote the GOAT, Michael Jackson, she is banging.
She is banging.
You gotta just give her that, man. Like, listen, bro. Like, she is banging, man. Like, much appreciation to her, man. I think if that's what I think she's married too. But kudos for her. So, all right, man. On that note, we'll holler at you guys later.